We were almost done, y'all, and there was Amber Alert. So God be with that baby and take her home. Take that baby home. I have Christopher here with me because I'm working harder than I've worked in 8 weeks, and so he's going to be my memory, right?
I'll try.
And he's also from the corporate world, and so sometimes when I'm going off on a trail, he brings me back to understanding that there's some logistics, legal logistics, as well as just comfort, right? So here's what we know. I cannot change the fact that you need to have one client at a time in the building, and I can't change the fact that you have to be 6 feet apart, right?
Right.
And they've done great on that. I've seen them separating at the shampoo bowl, separating at the front desk, and just doing a really good job with that. And there's been a few I even had an example today where you get in a situation. So sometimes things happen. But we took that with people struggling with wearing this mask, y'all. So if you haven't worked yet, I cannot stress enough to put that mask on and start getting used to it. Number one, I think it takes getting used to. Number two, I think it depends on what you like and what fabric you can breathe out of. And what Nathan's wearing, I couldn't wear at all. But several of us are struggling, and I looked it up. It's a real thing. It's a health thing. You're breathing back your own air, and something happens with the oxygen in the brain. And so people are feeling some things. And so we wanted to see how we could maybe lighten the load as far as the mask. So we put out a little questionnaire for y'all, and you unanimously want to come in the back door.
Yeah.
But let me tell you where Christopher brought something to my attention. Nathan also brought it up that we've got to continue coming through the front door so that we can take your temperature. That's right now. Who knows, that may change soon, but right now we all need to enter into the front door and have your temperature taken so that if something happens and somebody says that they got sick at the salon, I can say everyone's temperature has been taken.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason why you can't exit out the back door.
Yeah.
That does not mean the side door or Taylor's door. That is, the back door can be used as an exit only, and the front door is exit and entrance, because every client needs to come in the front door. There is we can't even, get off of that right now.
Yeah.
So you can exit out the back door. If you need to park up front due to a health reason, please just come discuss that with me and Nathan, and that's fine. You do what you got to do. If you've got a load of stuff, park up front. So we're not going to worry about that right now. But we don't feel like we need to give up taking the temperature yet, and we don't feel like we need to give up the mask completely. So what we are asking you to do is, if you are working and you start getting that feeling, either bring the mask down off of your nose, ask your client if they're comfortable with it, pull your mask down, but in all the common areas. So front desk, walkway, shampoo area, you've got to pull your mask up. So very proud of y'all for what you've done so far. I think things are going very smoothly. One of the things we're going to do that Christopher and I did not even think about was the cost of the masks that we're giving away. So we finally found them, number one, and they were about $39 for a box of 50, right? And I ordered 200. I thought everybody would have their own mask.
Yeah.
Well, more than 50% of the people have their own mask, but what they're doing is when they get there and they see the disposable one, they're grabbing one because they don't want to get hair color on their mask. And we are averaging a little over 100 masks per day. So if you do the math, that's going to cost Cloud9 $3,000 a month. I don't want to do that. Yeah. So we are using the text feature from Demandforce, and every night we will send out a text to everyone saying, we're so excited that you have an appointment tomorrow. Be sure and bring your own mask. So I don't know what else to do about that cost feature right now. We're going to be thinking about that. I don't want to be chintzy. If we don't have something there and they don't have a mask, then we can't hold up the rule. So I'm kind of going in circles. So any feedback you have about that, we'd love to hear. Yeah. But that number's got to go down. I mean, that's just crazy. So what else you got, babe? What'd you notice when you stopped by?
Kim said I'm in the corporate world, and we went over this week for our business about 22 pages of what it's going to take to come back. And I'll share just briefly, there's this is a crazy time we're going through, and there's so much variety of what people interpret it in different rules. You know, the
Some
one
people
thing
feel
you can,
comfortable and some don't.
some do and some don't. And so, you know, CoServe, for example, we took the approach that we're going to do what's best for CoServe and any customer that may be coming in the building. I think every business is going to be doing their own thing. There are certain things that CDC sets as guidelines, and you have to follow.
TDLR on top of that.
And you have TDR,
TDLR.
TDLR on top of that. On top of that, you've got what's the feedback from your customers that you have to take into account. You know, at the end of the day, you want to protect those we love, those that we work around, and our customers and clients that come in. And you want them to feel like they're coming to a safe environment, that we've done everything, even if it's above what these other institutions require.
Yeah.
You know, and I think we've done a really good job, and y'all followed a really good job.
They have.
You know, when I
Everybody
came in, the first thing I want to do is walk in the back door and say hi to everybody. And I realized I can't do
saw
that.
the sign.
I saw the sign. I got to go out the front, go in the front. And you know, I really admire what everybody's doing. And I think our customers, your clients, Cloud9's clients, really respect that. And I think that's so important as we move forward, because we don't know what tomorrow holds.
Yeah. And this could change. And so we'll be keeping you updated this way. Thank you so much for responding so quickly to the questionnaire. It's a very interesting spread, and it's exactly what's sitting in your chair. We have some people, and mostly people that haven't worked yet, that said keep it the same, but they haven't really experienced it yet. So I don't mean this ugly, but easy for them to say, because they haven't had the mask on while they're working and walking and talking, and it's difficult. I just don't want to not enlighten you that I've never even thought about it being difficult, and it's difficult. And then not one single client has complained about having the temperature taken, so I just think it's a good step. It looks good. My girlfriend, y'all know, that opened in Montana, they originally opened everybody wearing masks and taking everybody's temperature, and now they're just taking temperature. So there's steps that we can take, like if you don't have a temperature, you can come in, you don't have to wear a mask. But we need to do this in baby steps, and we need to experience it. And we need to, as much of the team to feel comfortable as possible. I know upstairs, most of you upstairs have not worked yet. And so I just want to say that, you know, if you choose for all of y'all upstairs to wear a mask, and you want to call it all a common area until you get in your room, but that's the thing, when you get in your room, if you're uncomfortable, you can take it off, and we're asking for that same thing downstairs. So right now, that's the deal. You have to come in the front door. You'll still have your temperature made. You can exit out the back door only. The other two doors are still not to be used at all for entrance or exit. And then you can lower your mask. It makes a ton of a difference just taking it off your nose and talking with it that way. But when you are in the common areas, to pull it up. And so I had a sticky note and was going to make sure I didn't forget anything, but I now have it. Front door, the mask pulled down, the common areas, and the cost of the mask. If anybody has any ideas besides sending out that text, I'm just not interested in spending $3,000 to $4,000 a month on throwaway masks. And maybe I have to. But if anybody can think out of the box and think of something creative besides reminding them to bring it. And, you know, one of the things I thought about driving home was maybe they're not sitting, because I saw all day long, may I take one of these? May I take one of these? Some people are taking one of those to not use one that they have to prevent color and things like that. So anyway, I am very open to ideas and feedback. So tomorrow is Thursday. We already are approaching our 1 week. I do want to share with y'all some exciting news. Andy Eade, y'all heard me talk about him. He's our judge for Denton County, who kind of took Cloud9 under his wing. Yeah. And he is my 8 a.m. appointment in the morning, and we'll be going live while I'm cutting his hair, just talking about this industry and how we've been affected and what he's done to help us. And so I'm excited about that. So, and then those of you, please make sure you're keeping up with us on our private page, because I posted yesterday, and that there's a link to a Denton County grant that came out today at noon. There's plenty of time. You've got 1 week to fill it out. I would love for every single one of you to fill this grant out, because it was truly, truly designed around, I'll say it, Cloud9. So we had a little bit of input in this grant, and we're excited. I would love for you to at least take a look at it. And if you need my help, I've gotten to where I can whip it out pretty quickly. Yeah. Nathan and I got ours done. Mine, of course, was much more detailed, but he filled out the sole proprietor one, and he probably, if you weren't counting the scanning part of things, he probably could have got it done in 30 minutes. So it is out there. It's available. I recommend that you jump on, take a look at it, and at least give it a shot, because it's money to be had. $2.2 million given by who?
CoServe.
CoServe, who Christopher works for. So there's a neat little circle right there that's coming together. So I do not have the link written down, but if you go to Flower Mound Chambers Facebook page, you will see it. It's called Open Denton County, and they are trying to help with the cost of what it took many businesses to spend to get back open. So I'm going to share with Andy tomorrow about the cost monthly for the mask. It's a huge cost. That's crazy to think that $36,000 could be spent in a year on masks for our clients. So anyway, if you are confirming your clients for the next day, like I'm doing, I just say, can't wait to see you tomorrow. Your temperature is going to be taken when you walk in the door. Please bring a mask. We have some masks for sale. So anyway, I think they enjoy that heads up as well. So anyway, I hope you all have a great, fantastic Wednesday evening. It's been great sharing time with you again, and sharing my work day and my work family with each and every one of you. So see y'all tomorrow.